Hello everyone, Matt here. I'm doing this quick video to let you guys know that I'm currently running a free poll so you guys can vote on which classic Doctor Who serial you would like to see me react to next. I have handpicked 5 stories from the ones that people have recommended to me, and those are Tomb of the Cyberman, Spearhead from Space, Kinda, Vengeance on Barrows, and The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, with second, third, fifth, sixth, and seventh Doctors, respectively. I haven't chosen anything with the first or fourth Doctor because I already done at least a story with each of those on the channel, and I want to give everyone else some of their own time. So I've chosen those 5. So the poll should just be free. Maybe you need an account, but it's just a matter of making one if you don't already have one. But yeah, just go in, do a quick vote, let me know which one I should do next. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it at some point, maybe next month. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in, and on with the video.
Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of our classic Doctor Who reaction. This is her live. My name is Matt. Uh yeah, we're going in, we're doing it, we're doing classic again. So, um first things first, happy Doctor Who anniversary day. It's the 23rd of November. Actually it's not. It's like the 16th of November. So it's like a full week before that. And okay, so it's a full week before that, and I am recording this, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get it edited by the 23rd. So if I'm not, then this section of the video is not gonna be in the final version. But fuck it, who cares? The idea of making this was because I wanted to release it on anniversary day. If it's if it doesn't happen, then it's not gonna happen, but hopefully it will. So yes, we're watching a classic story. It's a pretty important story because some important stuff happens in it, and I know what happens in it. I know that I believe the first time we ever see the Cybermen show up, and I also think it's when William Hartnell, the first Doctor, regenerates. So it's the first time we ever see regeneration be a thing into Patrick Troughton, the second Doctor. Uh, Also, something that I actually learned is that this serial is one of those magical serials that have missing footage. More specifically, the 4th episode, the important one, is missing. So that episode we're not gonna get to see. However, there is an animated, yeah, an anime. However, there is an animated reenaction of what that episode would be. And I actually like looked at the animation, and it seemed to be pretty cool. Like it has a really nice style to it. So yeah, we're gonna be watching the first 3 episodes, and then the 4th episode is gonna be the animation of it. I believe it's still the same audio, same everything, which was the only thing that was recovered. But the video is gonna be the animation instead. And then maybe I'll go and watch the regeneration on YouTube because that clip survived. The regeneration clip specifically has survived. But like I've already seen it, you know, like I've seen that clip. I feel like we all have. So it doesn't really matter that much, I don't think. But in the end, we're just going in there. I don't really know much about what happens in this episode. Uh, Series of episodes. Like I don't know what the struggle is. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what anything is. And in fact, I actually don't know who the companions are. Because this is like late into the first Doctor's run, the latest possible in the first Doctor's run because it's the final episode with him in it, and companions have changed. So last time I watched Dalek Invasion of Earth, where Susan left, and then after Susan leaves, Ian and Barbara leave as well. I believe I've seen the episode where that happens too. Um, so he gets new companions. I actually don't know who they are. Like I haven't seen any stories with them. so I don't know that much about them. Anything actually. So it's gonna be a little weird. We're gonna have to get used to it. We're gonna have to understand a little bit about them as we go. But yeah, I think that's really all we can say. Yeah, I did watch Dalek Invasion of Earth. Okay, so if the schedule goes as smoothly as I want it to go, Dalek Invasion of Earth should be airing like a week before this airs, so previous like Sunday. That's when Dalek Invasion of Earth should have aired. If the schedule doesn't work out for me, and this video comes out super late, then it's gonna be whatever. But on the 17th of November, tomorrow for me, should be going up. So go and check that out if you're interested in seeing a Dalek Invasion of Earth reaction. I also did a Genesis of the Daleks reaction with the fourth Doctor, Tom Baker. And that's all the classic stuff that I've done. But again, I feel like I need to say, I actually wanted to like make a poll or whatever, for okay, I'm gonna make a poll of classic episodes, and you tell me which ones to watch, and you can go and vote there. But I haven't. Like I legitimately haven't. I forgot. I'm just kind of winging this one. I'm just winging it. Most of the stuff that I do is just winging it. But yeah, if there's any specific classic Doctor Who stories that you want me to watch, because I'm watching right now series 10 of Doctor Who with Peter Capaldi, and I think this is a serial that people have told me to watch, and I think I know why. Not as specifically, but I knew some stuff, and I'm like, okay, 10th Planet is one I have to do before I get to the end of Series 10. So that's why I'm doing this one. I also always wanted to watch it. But after this, I don't know which classic stories I'm going to do. So just let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll make like a straw poll or something in the description. And you guys can pick like a specific episode. Check the description. If there's a straw poll, then vote there. If not, then not. But just let me know which episodes are what classic serials are good for me to watch, and I'll just keep that in mind. I have like a notepad file with just every episode that people have recommended to me, and I'm just gonna go through it and be like, okay, this could be fun, you know. And I'll try to spread it out a little bit across like what doctors were doing. So like I don't think I'm gonna do another First Doctor story after this one for a while. Because I haven't seen like any Patrick Troughton. I haven't seen any Jean Pertwee. No Peter Davison, no Colin Baker, and no Sylvester McCoy. In the channel at least. So it's like we need to spread it out a little bit more, you know. So we're gonna do a little bit of that. So yeah. I think that's it. I think that's it for stuff I need to say before going in. So without further ado, let's just go and do 10 planets. So yeah. What number of episodes is this one? Alright, so Doctor Who Classic. Season 4, Serial 2. Let's go. Oh shit, that's a TARDIS. That's a good old TARDIS.
Come along, come along, come along.
Here you are, Doctor. Are you sure you're going to be warm enough?
Oh, like toast, my dear.
Looks like some kind of a hut. Quick, take those small arms. Get upstairs and bring them down. Get moving.
Now, who are you, and what are you doing here?
Oh, we just landed outside.
What in?
Well, it's a sort of spaceship, actually.
Some
You
spaceship.
can knock off the jokes.
She's not
Look,
joking.
buddy, I want the truth and quick.
Can you tell us precisely where we are, please?
You're at the South Pole base of International Space Command.
Who are these people?
Well, sir, they just appeared outside.
What?
Yes, sir. As I said, they just appeared. From a hut.
A hut?
Yes, sir. Never been there before.
That's right, General. That's just the way it happened.
What year is this?
1986. Oh, no.
Okay.
I thought we'd be able to get home.
Yeah, we're still at sea. Yeah, but that'll explain the few people. Them computers must do all the work now. Yeah, I wonder if they got the moon yet.
Sure. Don't you listen to the news?
You mean you have sent people to the moon?
Yeah, an expedition just returned.
The moon landing.
According to Wikipedia, a moon landing is the arrival of a spacecraft on the surface of the moon. This includes both manned
69. This should have aired in 67. It wasn't too far off.
Listen, Glenn, there's something else out there.
What do you mean?
There's another planet out there.
Enough. You're right. There is something. Can't see properly what it reads as if it was in orbit between Mars and Venus.
Yeah, that's it. Somehow I can't put my finger on it, but it looks kind of familiar.
Another planet between Mars and Venus.
Snow captors use 4, you are very faint. Put up your power output, please.
It is, fuel cells are showing a power loss.
Take me to the general. I think perhaps I can help him.
Oh, I don't know.
Now, look here, Sergeant.
If it's like every time we get captured by whatever military group is out there, and then they don't care. Like, we're just hanging out. I feel like I've seen this multiple times now.
I've written down here what he will see. Now, take your hands off me, please.
Not very clear if it's a planet, all right.
How could it be? Planets don't just appear.
It must be on an oblique orbit. It's approaching quite fast.
It's approaching?
Look. Look. We're tumbling.
Well,
You're dead.
use the medical girls.
Hey, you know what this planet is. Well, what is it?
Well, I'm not quite sure, sir. Let me have another look into this instrument. Have a look at these land masses.
Land masses? I don't see. See what you mean.
Now,
That's
doesn't that remind you
Earth.
of anything?
Remind? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it looks familiar somehow.
It's Earth upside down.
Hey, Ben. Look, that bit looks just like Malaysia.
Give over. No, hang on.
There I am.
Isn't that...
Upside
well, it
down
looks like
Argentina.
South America, but it can't be,
Yeah.
though.
But there is a similarity.
Suggest you look at that piece of paper I gave you.
Paper? Oh, yes. He has correctly written down what we have just seen, and he did it before we saw it.
It's a simple confidence trick, that's all.
No, I know when he gave me the paper. Now, you clearly know something more about this situation. Can you be more explicit?
Yes, sir, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can. You see, millions of years ago, there was a twin planet to
Oh,
Earth
for
and...
heaven's sake.
Well, that pretty soon we shall be having visitors.
Visitors? What, here? But who do you think's bringing him? Father Christmas on his sledge?
Oh, quiet, boy, quiet.
ISC Geneva, put me to the General Secretary, immediately.
Are you quite sure?
Yes, sir, there's no doubt at all.
Very well. Just a moment, please. Get on to Mount Palomar. Ask them to provide us with a picture as soon as possible.
Sergeant? Yes, sir. Have you searched that hut yet? Well, why not? Look, I don't want any excuses. Get out there and do it immediately.
You're not gonna be able to get in it. Is that just a straight up spaceship landing? I feel an end of episode approaching soon. One of these guys is gonna die. Nope. The lads are here. They're coming.
What's going on?
Ah, yes. They don't look intimidating at all. Holy shit. I mean, a little bit, but like...
The first picture of our new neighbor in space. Some observers have reported that its land masses resemble those of Earth, but this is being hotly disputed in top astronomical circles, and no general agreement has yet been reached. The planet is approaching Earth, but there is absolutely no cause for alarm. It won't come near enough to collide.
How do you know that? You can't say that for sure. You can't say that for sure, because this is an anomaly. Oh boy.
When I talk to you, General.
Take that man back to the up. Back to your places.
Tony, don't blow your head off!
Just a giant lamp.
We've got 2 men in space. If we don't act now, we won't get them back alive.
They will not return.
Why not?
It is unimportant now.
Care?
Care? No, why should I care?
Because they're people and they're going to die.
I do not understand you. There are people dying all over your world, yet you do not care about them.
Wow.
Your astronomers must have just discovered a new planet. Is that not so?
Yes, that's right.
That is where we come from. It is called Mondas.
But who or what are you?
We are called Cybermen.
Cybermen?
Yes, Cybermen. We were exactly like you once, but our cybernetic scientists realized that our race was getting weak. Scientists and doctors devised spare parts for our bodies until we could be almost completely replaced.
You're dead. I would have, like, fought instead of just staying still there while he just put his hands on my head. I would have been like, no, what you doing, man? Look at this prop. Blimey.
We are stronger and more efficient than your people. We must be obeyed.
What is your end goal here, though?
Beyond escape velocity now. They can't possibly be.
Whoa. Was the music part of the recording of the live feed? Like, is the music playing in the spaceship? Because it stopped the exact moment that the feed cut, so...
The energy of Mondas is nearly exhausted and now returns to its twin and will gather energy from Earth.
Gather energy?
And
For how long? This John Dyson, supervising engineer.
Until it is all gone age.
But that means that the Earth will die.
Yes, everything on Earth will stop to take you all back to Mondas. Your age
Hey,
will...
that's an impossible thing I've ever heard in my life. You cannot move on.
Those are some weird scene cuts. Is this like an abridged version or something? It's 23 minutes long.
Hey, come in here, mate. You want it? Hey, come in here. Now then, Fred.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yes?
They send another guy?
You want me to take over the tracking?
Yes. Establish contact immediately. Your son will appear. Cutler?
You sent my son to his death. You realize that, I hope.
We'll bring him down.
Got a personal stake in this emergency. That's my son up in that capsule. You know what happened to the last one.
I'm sorry.
There are hundreds of them, sir.
Boy, that looks bad.
Spaceships, sir.
That,
Information.
that looks terrible.
What's the matter, Doctor? Hey, what's happened to him?
Then do something quickly.
Yeah, he needs medical help. Quick. General!
Oh shit.
It's the doctor. He's passed out. He's ill.
I don't understand it. He just seems to be worn out.
Well, look, there's nothing we can do till the quack gets here anyway. Come on.
My son has been sent up on a foolhardy mission, and we've got to get him down. 2, another visit from these creatures is almost a certainty. And 3, the Earth is being drained of its energy by this so-called planet Mondas, whatever it's called. We can destroy Mondas.
But that's impossible.
We're gonna destroy a planet?
Vocabulary, Dr. Buckley.
And just how do you propose to do it?
How?
By using the Z-bomb.
You can't do that.
I can and I will.
What about the radiation effects on Earth?
That's a risk we'll have to take.
The fuck? We're gonna blow up Mundus.
We can't take the risk. This might have disastrous effects, both on Earth and the atmosphere. No, General. You must take no precipitate action. This is quite out of the question.
Yes, sir. But you do give me authority to take any action necessary against the Cybermen?
Yes, of course. You must do all you can.
Yes, sir.
And that gives you permission to use the fucking C-bomb, dumbass.
It's draining energy from the Earth, isn't it?
Yes, but he said eventually it would absorb too much energy and burn itself out. Or shrivel up to nothing. So all we've got to do is wait.
Wait? Sure, wait until those Cybermen friends of yours get here and take over this planet. Oh, no, mister, we're not going to wait. I'm scared for that son of mine. That's why we got to get this thing away. Otherwise, we'll never get him down. Well, come on, you fellas. Time's short. Let's get moving.
This fucking guy.
But what can I do? Cutler holds all the cards.
13 minutes to count down, Dr. Barton.
Right.
Can't we wait? Fight off the Cybermen until Mondas is destroyed. It would probably mean the end of Cutler's son, but that's one life against millions.
Yes, but what can I do? If I don't follow the General's orders, he's bound to, well, carry on his own without me. You know, he's a very ruthless man.
Can't we pretend to follow his orders, but in fact make sure the rocket doesn't go off?
That ventilator shaft leads straight into the rocket silo, and I doubt if I could get into it. It'd be a tight squeeze.
But I might. Although if it leads into the rocket silo, would I need a radiation suit?
No, the top half is screened, but there's a guard outside and an engineer checking instruments inside.
Well, couldn't we distract him, get him outside?
I believe this is the exact same footage that we saw in episode 1, by the way. The exact same footage. Yeah, get him. The dude said it would be a tight fit, and it's like, you can like, that's not tight, dude. That's pretty spacious. I mean, you can crouch in there.
Just checking these with Haynes.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
If my son's life is in jeopardy because of him, I'll take the law into my own hands.
I don't give a shit about your son, dude.
Did you manage it?
Oh, my head is splitting.
Did you, Ben? Try and remember.
Can't think.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Damn it. Damn it, that got me. That fucking got me. It says Doctor Who William Hartnell, but I don't even know if he was in this episode. I honestly don't even know if he was in this episode. Oh my god. That means that the last time we saw William Hartnell was essentially Then Planet Part 2. Because this next one is not even the full episode, it's just the animation. Failure. Yep. Ah, nice. He succeeded. Good job, Ben.
Now we've all got a chance of life.
Tony, come here.
Yeah! He's here.
Yes. Your plan is foiled, sir. You cannot fire the rocket.
Yes, and you've just arrived inside. Get over there.
I must protest.
Move! Dyson, get through to Zeus 5.
What happened to you, Doctor?
Oh, I'm not sure, my dear. Comes from an outside influence. Unless this old body of mine is wearing a bit thin.
What do you mean wearing a bit thin?
Oh, don't worry, child. Don't worry.
Cyberman spaceship's on approach path.
Shut up, will you? Go ahead, son.
Hey, control's gone again. Energy loss severe. It's like being on a switchback. I can't seem to.
Get that signal back.
It's gone.
You killed my son.
But sir,
My
he's
son.
landed.
The only person I gave and care about in this whole world. And you killed him. So now I'm going to kill you, and I'll start on his doctor.
Government. Nope.
Silence! Anyone who moves will be killed instantly.
I like this animation a lot. The shading is fantastic.
We have seen a rocket missile aimed at Mondas.
That is so. We prevented it being fired at you. We helped you. We know why you came here. So why not stay and live with us in peace?
We cannot talk while that missile is aimed at Mondas. It must be disarmed first.
A moment, please. Are you able to disarm this rocket?
Well, yes, but give us the time we need.
Time for Mondas to burn itself out,
Yes,
I mean.
now quiet. We accept your terms. The warhead will be removed from the rocket.
Tell General Cutler there have been mass landings of Cybermen in many parts of the world. Who are you?
Ew.
I am now controller of the Earth. Resist us and you die.
That's actually funny.
With all this, why should they need us? Well, they could shift that bomb in half the time. So why get us to do it? Also, you've noticed that they remain outside this door, looking at us all the time through the door. Could be that they're afraid of radioactivity. Let's get this one inside and see what it does to him. Now look,
Oh.
all lie down on the floor, play dead.
This is ridiculous game. Well, maybe, but it's worth giving it a try. Come on, lie down.
What did you do that for? We could have escaped. To where? We're okay right where we are.
And they can't set off this bomb while we defend this room.
Right, so all we've got to do is sit tight until Mondas breaks up like the doctor said.
What did you do that for? Now we can't communicate with them.
No, and they can't spy on us either.
If we extracted the reactor rods, they could be carried for a short distance, but it'd be a very tricky operation.
Well, there's an only hope. Come on.
Records crank! Our planet is nearing saturation point.
The fucking way they talk is the funniest thing ever.
Their 3 minutes is up. We must hear their decision. What has happened?
Just throw a fucking
lights will be fading any second.
bar of uranium to the Cybermen.
Now!
Got one.
I can't hold on much longer.
Where's Dyson and the other bloke got to?
Yeah, radiation. Got two. There's one left. No, got it over. Barkley.
Alright.
We made it.
Alright, yeah, get in the chair.
Oh my god, okay. Just do whatever, just press buttons.
Here we are.
Resistance, useless. Drop your weapons.
Just look at Mondas. I can't believe it.
Yo. Yo! Yo!
Fantastic. It looks as if it's melting. It's falling to bits. The end of Mondas. Hey, look.
And they're all connected to Mandas. That's where their energy source comes from. So they just fall apart. That's what I sold.
They've disintegrated. Quick, Dyson, get that.
Still alive.
The Doctor and Polly.
Yeah.
The Cyberman menace has ended all over the world. Let me have a full report as soon as you can.
The Cyberman thing, it just fizzled into nothing then. It was awful.
Yeah, what's the matter with the Doctor?
I don't know. When the lights went out, he just seemed to faint.
Hey, come on, Doctor. Wakey, wakey.
His body's wearing a bit thin. That's what's happening.
It's all over. That's what you said. But it isn't all over. It's far from being all over. I must get back to the TARDIS. Immediately.
What's happened to him?
Dunno, he seems to have lost his sense of humour. Good looking guys, aren't they?
No, leave it.
There we go. There we go. Alright, that was the Dead Planet. Good one. I liked it. And I also feel like I need to apologize a little bit because I said at the beginning, like I'm feeling a little bit sick today, so I'm sorry if I don't talk very much. And that ended up being the case. I feel like I didn't talk a lot. I feel like there's some videos where I just can't stop talking. And then there's some videos like this one where I'm just like, fuck man, I'm so tired. Like I just want to go to bed, man. Yeah, that might not have been great for this video, but whatever. I still had fun. I still had fun with this episode. Hopefully that comes through. So I didn't actually expect the plot of the episode to be anything like this. But I really enjoyed it because it's like, okay, we're on Earth. It's 86, I believe it was. Maybe it was 89, but let's say 86. Um, so it's like 20 years in the future for this show, and it's like 40 years in the past for us, which sucks. Maybe not 40, but like, yeah, around 40. 96, 2006 to 16. Yeah, like 35 years, something like that. So it's been a little bit. It's been a while. So it kind of sucks. But like, so we go to Earth. We're going to, I believe, the South Pole. Could be wrong. There is a station of soldiers just hanging out there, and they also have like this control thing for like, okay, so they sent like people onto space, astronauts, for some reason to do like some recon or investigation of their shit. And so initially we have two astronauts. They fucking die. And the reason why they die is because their power of the rocket keeps being drained. And the reason why it's being drained is because a new planet showed up in the solar system for some reason. The 10th planet. It was called Mundus, and I believe it's Mundus. That's what I would assume, because I think that's just Latin for world. Because in Spanish, world is mundo, so I would assume that Mundus is just like the origin of that word. So we had that, and it is a Earth that looks like it's a planet that looks exactly just like Earth. And the reason given to us is because there used to be two planets that were twins. They were literally the same planet, and one of them was Mundus. And in that planet, like everyone who lived there, that used to be this race that was exactly just like humans, but they like the people in that society, like the doctors and the scientists and everyone, just decided, you know what? Being human sucks. Let's just become machines because it's more convenient. It's more efficient. Let's remove all emotions because it's more efficient. That kind of deal. Like we all know Cybermen by this point. I know them for sure. So that's not really a surprise, but I did enjoy seeing like the initial first time reveal of like this Cyberman essentially telling the story of how everything came to happen. And you know what I wasn't expecting? You know what fucking got me? Are their fucking goofy voices. Like the fucking Cyberman goofy voice got me because it's like a Dalek voice. You can clearly see that they were like, all right, we're having another like robot kind of thing that is gonna supposed to be like super intimidating or whatever. We're just gonna give them a Dalek voice, but it's not gonna be as like Daleks talk like this, And in this case, it was like it was still robotic, but it was still like the same tone of voice, if that makes any sense. So I would assume it was the same guy making the same voice, but it was just a different way he was saying it. But I did enjoy the way their mouths moved, and I'm upset at the fact that in the future Cybermen are just completely metal and they don't have a mouth, so it doesn't move. It's just like a line on the plating, but it's like I wish they still had like a goofy mouth because I want that goofy mouth to move goofily as they talk, because they talk like it, and they like open it and keep talking and then close it and keep talking and then open it and it keeps going. It's not regular. It's like they're dubbing over the voice of the actor, and the actor is just doing this. And it's so fucking funny. I love that. Like, I actually want every fucking modern Cyberman to just have that stupid fucking mouth. Yeah, like, you can change the entire design. I don't mind that. But keep the mouth, because that's fucking funny. Okay, so first story ever with Cybermen. So, and like I have already seen like early designs of the Cybermen, so I knew what they were gonna be looking like. I also watched Adventure in Space and Time, by the way. That was like the first thing I ever did in this channel. So I already like I have that perspective of like I'm just picturing the actors just like in this full suit, just being like, fuck, man, for how long we gotta do this for, you know? Because it's like everyone wearing this stupid looking costumes in classic Doctor Who. It was like they hated life, you know? Like it was so overcomplicated for no reason. But it's like, oh my god. Like shout out to those actors. Every single one of those actors in those suits, you know? They are the real heroes after all. So okay, let's talk a little bit about the story of this episode because I actually did like it. So we had okay, in the first episode we showed up in this random station, whatever. In the second episode, well, in the first episode, yeah, the planet shows up in the first episode, but that's like the only thing that mattered that happened in the first episode. The 10th planet showed up, and it's a planet that just looks just like Earth. In the second episode, Cybermen actually show up. They have a shuttle, like a spaceship. They land right next to them, and three of them just come in, and they talk. They explain what's going on, what their origins are, and what they intend to do. And they reveal that they've been draining the energy from the Earth. In order for like they're just draining the energy of the Earth. For Mundus, because apparently Mundus is also running out of energy, running out of power. Like Mundus is just being fucked, so they are leeching off of another planet, which is Earth. So they came here to do that, and then everyone was like, "What the fuck? Like, we're not gonna like you're planning to kill our entire world just to save yours." And they go like, "Yeah," and they're like, "We're not gonna die for you, you know that." And they go like, "Oh, you're not gonna die. You can come with us, you know." And it's like, not sure about that one, Chief. So then they fight back. They like take. Yeah. So what happens is that fucking Ben. I believe that's the name of the companion. Give me a second. Yeah, Ben. Ben Jackson. It seems like. Yeah. So I like Ben in this episode a lot. And that is the first time I ever seen Ben. So you know. He seemed okay. Polly seemed okay. I like them. I like that fucking. It started with Ben being locked away in like a projector room, and then he opened the door for a Cyberman to walk in. What the projector was on his eyes, and he got blinded, and then he fucking just rushed at him, took his gun, and shot him, and then he was like, "I'm sorry, it was the only way." Like he felt guilty about it. Then he helped the fucking commander dude, the general, whatever, and they just took everyone out, and then they sent even more Cybermen. But the thing is that the two original astronauts fucking died, and they sent another astronaut to essentially see if he can recover the first two or whatever, something like that. I don't remember what it was, but they sent him in, and that was the general's son, the commander's son, and the general is a fucking asshole. He's a fucking asshole, and the moment that his son went on space, he was like, "Oh, my son's not dying. I'm not letting my son die. I don't fucking give a shit about anything else. I'm not letting my son die." So, what ends up happening is that he decides, "I'm just gonna blow up Mundus." Because the first two astronauts died because they ran out of power and their spaceship just fucking exploded. Because they didn't have any power anymore because it was drained by Mundus, because everything in Earth is being drained of energy to Mundus. So he's like, "I'm just gonna blow up Mundus. I don't care. I'm gonna blow up a planet. I don't give a shit." So apparently they had a fucking bomb that was just reserved for planet destruction. Sure, they had a bomb that was powerful enough to just blow up the Earth in half, and they decided we're just gonna shoot it at this fucking Mundus planet. And everyone, literally everyone goes, "What the fuck? You can't do that." They go like, you can't do that. Nobody's gonna give you permission because like the risk is that if you do that, like the radiation could actually just like wipe all life on Earth, something like that. And he's like, I don't care, my son is living, you know. Even when people told him like your son will also fucking blow up, he's like, no, you're gonna wait for my son to be on the other side of the planet, and then we're gonna launch it. You know, it's like, oh my god, dude. So then he becomes fucking hellbent in doing this shit. So we go through a whole plan where Ben, Polly, and Barkley, that was the name of the cool scientist, the one with the beard and the glasses. He helped them, and they sneaked in. Ben sneaked in and like fucked with the fucking missile, so then it couldn't launch, and it didn't. Then the Cybermen came in, tried to take everyone in the base out. We ambushed them. They take them down, so that's nice. Then more of them arrived, you know, because that's essentially what kept happening. Like Cybermen came in, they get taken down, the more come in, and so on and so forth. Like it just keeps going. They take over the base at the end, and then everyone needs to figure out in episode 4, like, okay, how do we trick them? How do we take them out without doing what they want us to do? Which is launch the nuke. Because, like, essentially it seems like they wanted to use the nuke on Earth. You know? Did I understand it correctly? I could have understood that wrong. I'm super out of it today. Also, there's no subtitles in this, and when there's no subtitles involved, it's difficult for me to actually pay attention to anything. We thwarted the plans in a way that like Ben and Barkley and the other dude that was working on the bomb, they were all there, and they kept Cybermen kept going in to check what was going on, and they just took those Cybermen out. They took out the cameras so they couldn't spy on them, and then they came in to finish them off. But they had the Cyberman weapon that they stole from the first Cyberman that they took down, and then they also threw radiation at them because apparently they are afraid of radiation, which is why they are not doing all the bomb thing themselves. They're forcing humans to do it for them. So through the power of radiation and their own weapons, we took out the Cybermen, and we essentially delayed them enough to the point where Mundus fucking exploded. Because apparently, and I'm pretty sure I missed this, but apparently the doctor said okay, so what's probably gonna happen is that if they keep draining the energy from the Earth, Mundus is not gonna be able to take it, and it's just gonna blow up on itself. It's just gonna blow up. And that's it. We don't have to do anything. They're just gonna kill themselves. And it happened. So the entire episode we've been trying to delay that, every event in the episode, up until the point where they just melt themselves. And that's what happened, and it was awesome. So I have to say, I actually am glad that I watched this animation for episode 4, because yeah, it sucks that we don't get to see the final episode with William Hartnell in it. It's just not there. It doesn't exist anymore. But I do like the animation a lot. So it's a little bit the quality varies from stuff from scene to scene, because okay, here's the thing, is that when everyone's still and they're talking, it feels a little bit like Flash animation. It's just character is just standing still, and they're just doing this, and their eyes are sliding. You know, and it's a little bit Flash animation kind of thing. But I love the art direction in that animation. I love the shading. The shading was so good. I really like the shading. The shadows, because that's the thing, is that this is in black and white, right? I think they could had given it color, because they decided not to keep it faithful to the original material. So the way you do that is that, okay, we're just gonna go hard on the shading on this recreation, and it was fantastic. I love it. I love just you can just pause that episode and it's like, yep, that looks great. Just fucking take a screenshot, something like that. It's fantastic. So yeah, big praises to the animation. I'm actually all right. Like, hold on, hold on. Give me a second here. I'm gonna do something. Okay, so I pulled the video for the first Doctor Regenerate in 10th Planet because like some clips of the episode actually survived, but not the entire episode. But this is one of the clips that did survive. So yeah, I already seen this. Like, I just wanted to pull it up again, because now I can actually have context for what happened in that episode. And I understand that it doesn't change much, but still. By the way, this is still like one of the best looking regenerations, because it's so seamless. By the way, it's so seamless, and you to the point that I'm sure. Okay, I'm gonna close this because there might be spoilers. Whenever you look up anything Doctor Who, there can be spoilers. So, yeah, like it's so seamless that I'm sure that at the time there were people that saw that happen and they were like, "What was that?" You know, like they didn't actually realize that it's a different person now because it's just the face and it was pretty seamless. And it's like, what happened? Did he de-age or like what are they doing? You know, and maybe they didn't even realize that anything happened. You know. And then next episode they would be like, wait, what the fuck, you know? Like that could have been a thing, definitely. Regeneration, Cyberman, solid episode. All in all, I really liked it. I really liked the animation. I really liked the plot. Like, this was better than I watched the Dalek Invasion of Earth the other day. Like a couple weeks ago, but like a week ago for you guys. The Dalek Invasion of Earth, dude. Okay, the main problem with this episodes, the main problem with the stories, is the fact that they drag on for way too long. Dalek Invasion of Earth was 6 episodes. That one was long. That one dragged on for a long time. This one being 4, better, a lot better. I actually liked it a lot more. That said, like it's still too long. Like 2 episodes and we're good. Like you only need 2 episodes. But then again, it's okay. No, each episode is like 23 minutes long. So 23 plus 23 would be 46. Yeah, it's a regular 2-parter essentially for modern Doctor Who standards. I feel okay. I feel like you could have told the story in 3, not 4, 3, but 4 is still really good. Like the fact that it was 4 is so much better than having 6. You know. And I understand that maybe less stuff happened in the story as a result, but it was good. I liked it, so you know, I don't have anything negative to say about it. So you know, it does kind of suck that we didn't get to see more William Hartnell, because I feel like he showed up in the first episode. He fell out of commission in the second episode, I think. No, it wasn't the third one. Okay, so he showed up in the first episode and the second episode. But the thing is that the Doctor here, at least, it's not necessarily a character that does a lot. He's just part of everything. Like, he's just standing there, and then he's like, oh, but I know. And then he says some shit, and it's like, oh, how do you know so much? And he's like, ah. Essentially, that's his role here. And in a lot of these episodes that I've seen, actually, it might have been because William Hartnell couldn't do much at the time, but I don't know that. But yeah, like it sucks because we saw him in 2 episodes. He didn't do much, and in the 3rd episode, he was gone. Like he just wasn't a part of the 3rd episode. And then the 4th episode is the animation, so it's like, oh fuck, like he actually showed up for the 4th episode, like. He was actually important for the 4th episode in a couple moments, and it was like, I wish I could have seen him. I really like the animation regardless, but it's like, god damn it, that's the final William Hartnell episode, and we don't get to see it, and that's a bummer. That's a bummer, man. Like, hopefully someday, like, in some fucking random ass I don't know, like TV building has like a lost record of of saved of that one episode, like a randomized building in fucking, I don't know, Burkina Faso, Africa, like whatever. I hopefully that episode will resurface again and we'll be able to see it. For now we only have this animation, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Yeah, I think we're done. Solid episode, solid story. Like it. Good. Again, I'm letting everyone know I'm gonna be having, like, you guys tell me which. But yeah, now again, I'm just letting everyone know. Let me know what classic Doctor Who story you want me to watch. Like, I only had Dalek Invasion of Earth and 10th Planet as the ones that I wanted to do real quick. Anything else, just let me know. Just let me know which ones are some of your favorites that you would like for me to watch, and I'll just keep them in mind. And then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do. I might do a poll. There might be a poll in the description of this very video. If there is, then hell yeah, you can vote in there and let me know which Doctor Who story you would rather me have watched. Otherwise, just leave a comment. But yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this and then you let me know. So, whatever. Sorry, I'm super out of it today, dude. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm sick. My head hurts a little bit. Like I have a little bit of a headache, and I'm just like, man, I just kind of want to sleep. At the very least, I don't want to talk. I just want to chill. So, but I feel like I really needed to do this one. So, yeah, let's go. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this reaction to a classic Doctor Who episode. If you would like to see other stuff that I've done, or full length of this very serial that is like 2 hours long, you can check my Patreon, it's all there. Check out the links in the description, gaming channel poll, if there is one, and I'll see you next time. Take care.